Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're in the salon and I am going to be doing my own hair. So I'm going to color my hair. I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit of a balayage today, and I just been wanting to do it for a long time. My hair is just like super dark. I have really old like highlighted pieces. You can see like it's like light brown, but I haven't done my hair in over 2 years. So I wanted to do my hair, and with this quarantine thing, like I've just been really itching to do it. So I am gonna do that today. Today's Sunday. It's about 1:45 right now. So we'll see how long this takes, and I'll update you like through the whole thing. But I'm gonna balayage my own hair. Derek is gonna come down and help me later to rinse it out, like wash it out, and then I'm gonna do toner, and then I'm gonna do a blowout. So we'll see how long this takes. It's probably gonna take the rest of the day, but I don't think I'm gonna do a lot. I have a lot of hair, so I'm not gonna be doing like coloring every section. I'm gonna do like a really nice balayage. So my goal is to be kind of like caramely blonde, not too light, because I know my hair, and if I try to push it too much, it'll just be damaged. So I'm gonna try to go for like a caramely blonde, kind of a little bit lighter than the light brown. And yeah, so I'll show you guys what I'm doing, what I'm using, and how I do it, and let's just get right into it. So this is what my hair looks like before. It is super dark. This is my natural color. I don't have any artificial color in there. The only thing I did have 2.5 years ago was some highlights. So you can see my ends there are a little bit lighter than the rest of my hair, but that is it. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this turns out with how dark my hair is. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start off by sectioning my hair into 4 quadrants, and I did part the front pieces off of my natural part just because that's how I always part it, so might as well just color it in this way. So I'm parting off the 2 front sections, and then I'm just gonna do straight back down the center for the back pieces. And I'm gonna start on my left and work in kind of like inch subsections. So I'm parting out about 3 inches here, or 2.5 inches, and then I'm gonna grab just 1 inch section. I'm gonna be back combing so that I don't hit any harsh lines, because since I'm doing this myself, it is a little bit more difficult. So I back combed a good amount since my hair is so long, and then I am going to make sure to get my ends nice and saturated, and then blend up a little tiny bit so I don't have like a straight harsh line. So these bottom sections, I ended up just slicing the subsection. So I think I only did 1 more slice. Maybe this was the last one. But then I did start to kind of weave, do like a chunkier weave, and then I still ended up back combing. So you will see that in my next few sections. But these 2 bottom ones, I did do just a slice so I could get a little bit more coverage down here. So here I am going to weave out a few pieces. So you can see I did a chunkier weave, and then I am still going to back comb those, and just like the most important part is to saturate the ends to make sure that it is all completely covered, or else you'll get like spotting and weird funky stuff. So I always like to make sure to saturate my ends really, really well, and then blend it up a little bit. So now I'm moving on to my right side, and this side is a little bit hard for me to section. As you can see, I was like struggling a little bit because this is where my dominant hand is. So it was just like kind of weird to section that out. And so I'm gonna grab this piece down here, and then I ended up getting a bigger piece. So I did ultimately do a chunkier weave on this because it was just too much hair to do a slice. And I think I sliced, or I weaved most of this side just because it was just better. It was just a little bit easier. So that is what I'm doing. So I'm going to grab a section, and then I'm going to do a chunky weave. And again, we're back combing just so we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to start saturating my ends. So I'm just working my way up, doing the same thing over and over again in sections. So I take a big section and then I split that one in half, and that's where I work on. So I have a good amount of hair in between each highlight. And for this one, I ended up doing a slice because I did a few slices on the other side and I did want that to match. So I didn't want to have like just weaves on one side and slices on the other. So I kind of alternated with the slicing and the weaving, but mostly weaved just so I had a little bit better of a blend. Moving on to my front right section, this is a section that I have most hair on because this is where like my hair parts deeper to the left, so I have more hair on this side. So I'm starting at the bottom, and I did the diagonal part, and I grabbed half of that section, backcombed the crap out of that because I really wanted it to blend, especially around my face, and then I am making sure to saturate my ends like always and blending it up. So all of these front sections I did end up weaving because I didn't want to have any like super chunky bits. So I weaved a chunky weave and then backcombed as normal. So around my hairline, I am bringing that up pretty high, as you can see there. That one and also the next one I bring up super high because I want to have that brightness right where the swooshes, like the little wave in the front of my hair. So I want that to be nice and bright, and usually around the face is where you want to have a good amount of brightness. So that's what I am doing on this section, and then once I'm done, I'm going to work on the other side. So this is a section that I have the least amount of hair, so I went through this pretty quickly. I grabbed, like I said earlier, about a 2-inch subsection or section, and then I part that in half, and that's what I am putting my lightener on and bringing that up around my face so I can have nice face framing. So I just finished putting all the foils in. I did this back side first, and then this back side over here second, this one third because I have a lot more hair on this side, and then this side last, a little bit of hair on this side. So I am going to let this sit for like 30 minutes. I'm gonna have Derek check my back ones. So I'll show you all the products I used and how I did this. So I used Redken Flash Lift. This is the powder bleach, the powder lightener with, for the 2 back sections, I did the 20 volume. And then I mixed up a new batch with 30 volume for the front because it took me a while to do the back section, so I want the front sections to kind of like speed up. And then I did use Olaplex in all of my batches of color or of lightener. So then once I let this sit, then I'm gonna pick my toner. So I have all my toners in here, and I use the Shades EQ toners. And so I'm gonna try to go for like a caramely blonde. So I'll probably, like, the lowest number I'll probably use is like an 8. I don't want to use anything lighter or darker than that because I'm not doing all this work to be dark. So probably in the 8s, I'm gonna try to mix in some 10 VVs, maybe to kick out some of the orange. I know I'm gonna have orange because my hair is super dark. So I don't know what toners I'm going to use yet because, well, I'm sitting right underneath this light. So I don't know what toners I'm going to use yet because I don't know how it's going to lift yet. Usually, like, in previous times when I have bleached my hair, it always is orange. So I'm hoping today that it won't be as orange and it'll lift a little bit more towards like the yellow side, but I really don't know. Last time I got some highlights was 2.5 years ago. Literally right after Amara was born, I went and got some highlights done. This little piece of hair is driving me nuts. My hair's been growing a lot since I had her. So when I was pregnant and when I had her, my hair was about like maybe around collarbone length, maybe like around here, and it has grown so much. It's like past my bra strap now in my back. I got a haircut like a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, just a little bit off the ends, and then I did layers, like a lot of layers because I have a lot of hair, so it's just easier for me to have it in layers. And so I'm gonna wait and see how this turns out. The back has been on for like an hour now, so I'm gonna call Derek down here so he could check the first ones that I did, because if those are ready or light enough, then I'll have him wipe them out so that they don't continue to process, because that's what I do with all of my blondes. I always take out the bleach when it's ready, and that minimizes damage. And yeah, so this is what I'm doing right now. It took me about an hour and a half to do to put my foils in. Since I didn't do like a full highlight or anything, this is more like a balayage. I do have a ton of hair still out, so you can see right here, I have a lot of hair out because I want it to be really balayaged, and I want it to blend really well and have a lot of contrast. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna go call Derek so he could check the back ones, and I'll show you what those look like. And then I'm probably gonna have to wait another 45 minutes so that the front sections can like lighten up. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna take a peek at this one. This is the bottom one, the first one I did. Derek's not listening to me when I'm calling him, so I'm gonna try to just, you can see that it's like orange up in here and it's more yellow down here. It's looking really good. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Babe, I called you like a minute ago.
Yeah, that's right. What? Oh, thank you. Daddy, wake up! Oh, wait. Daddy, wait.
So I'm gonna leave. Shh, be quiet for a sec. Be quiet for a sec.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna leave this on for a few more minutes.
Amara made a private note on Genesis 24.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it is like 4 something right now. And I've had these things in my head since I started at 1:30. I took out a bunch of the bottom ones, like the back pieces. So there you can see how those look. So some parts look kind of yellowy, some parts look orange, but that's just how it goes with dark hair. So I took some of these back ones out. You can see I took some out down here, but I'm still waiting on these front pieces to be done, because these are the ones I did last. So I mean, it's getting lighter, but they're still a little orange, and I want to give it a little bit more time. So I'm thinking like maybe like 20-30 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have Derek come down and help me wash my hair so that I can tone it, and then finish washing it and give it a blow dry, maybe a curl. I don't know, it's getting late and I have to make dinner. It's already, yeah, like 4:15, 4:20 now, but this is how it's going. This is how it looks. So honestly, I think it's lifted pretty good for how dark it is. So to wipe off the bleach, I always use my bleach proof towels. So the black ones that I have are my bleach proof. So this is what I do. This is what I use when I'm using when I'm doing lightener. I just like to squeeze it. I don't like to rub too much because the hair is fragile at this state, so you don't want to cause any more damage. So I just like to squeeze it, and that helps get any additional lightener that's on there off. I'm getting tired, getting hungry. This is the last side that I did. Show you how these are looking. So these are looking pretty good, honestly. I just want to make sure they're not too orange, you know. I left this little top section. Let's see. What are we out here? I can't even see with this. So let's look at this piece right here. So that's what that top piece looks like. It looks good. So maybe I'll just wait like 10 more minutes instead of 30, because these are looking pretty good. So I'm gonna wait 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have Derek help me rinse all this out. So I'm getting ready to have Derek wash my hair out, get the lightener off. So I am going to mix up my toner, and these are the ones that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna use 10 VV, because I really want to cancel and neutralize the warm tones, the orange that I know is in my hair. 90 is one of my favorites. This is gonna help also cancel and neutralize 8V and 8N. Like I said earlier, I don't wanna go any darker than 8, because what is the point then? So I'm gonna shoot for these, and hopefully it'll be good enough and it'll cancel out a lot of the warm tones. I don't think I'm gonna have like amazing hair right off the bat, like the color, just because I know my hair and I know that it's super warm when I bleach it. So this is just the first toning, and I might have to do another session of blonding maybe in a couple of months, and another session of toning in a few weeks. So this is what I'm gonna use today, and I'm gonna put it in this little bottle with processing solution. So I started pulling out these, the ones on the side, while Derek made his way downstairs to help me wash everything out. So once I went back to the shampoo bowl, I had to explain to Derek what he was going to be doing. So he pulled out the rest of the foils that I had on the other side, and I had to let him know how to get rid of all the bleach, make sure there was no like lightener residue left on my hair, and then he just applied my Olaplex number 2, and we let that sit for like 5 minutes. So I had Derek just rinse out my hair and do Olaplex number 2. So this is what it looks like. It looks crazy. It's like really orange. Why? He rinsed it out. I towel dried it a little bit, and now I'm gonna put my my toner in so that we could be done with this because I'm tired of being out here and I still have to make food because I'm really hungry. So I'm gonna tone it and then probably leave that off for like 10 minutes and then finish up and then blow dry it. So I am applying my toner using this little squirt bottle. This is how I like to do it with all of my clients, and it just makes life so much easier because it doesn't really do anything to my hands. So I'm able to like really massage it in and get it all in there. So I'm starting on the back left side and then moving on. I just did like 2 big sections, so like my left side and my right side. So I am just sectioning it out so that I make sure to get every little section. I don't want to miss any pieces because then you'll have, you know, really crazy orange spots. So I am really working that in, making sure that my ends and like all my hair is really, really saturated where the blonde is. And I'm going to work that through on all of my hair. So I have the toner in now. I'm gonna wait like 5 more minutes because it took me a little bit to put it all in because I wanted to make sure I got every single spot. And it's just up right now because I don't want it all over my clothes. And when this is done, I'm going to have Derek wash my hair and then I'm gonna blow dry it and maybe put some curls in. I don't know about the curls yet because I'm really hungry. I wanna go upstairs and eat. But this is where we're at right now, and it is like 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 5:10 right now. So it's been a long day down here in the salon. So it is about 8:30 now. After I had Derek wash my hair after the toner, I washed the baby's hair down here and I conditioned it, and then I went upstairs to make dinner. So I didn't get a chance to blow dry my hair, see how it turned out, but it's like 80% dry. It's still a little damp. But this is what it's looking like right now. I'm gonna blow dry it real quick and then I'm gonna throw in some curls just because I want to see how it's gonna look. Honestly, it toned down like a lot. Like it was really orange. Kind of still looks a little bit orange in this lighting, but it was way more orange than this when I first, you know, before I toned it. So it definitely toned it down quite a bit, especially right here in the front. I definitely think I'm going to have to tone it down a little bit more because it's still a little too orange for my liking, but I'll probably do that sometime during the week. So I'm probably gonna finish off the video here, and then I might do a separate video of me toning it down a little bit more and giving you the formula for that. But for now, this is how it turned out. Actually, I'm not even like mad at it. Like the more it dries, the better it looks. So I'm just gonna run my blow dryer through it. You see how long it is. It's so long. And I'm gonna add some curls because I'm gonna see how it looks, because I love like multi-dimensional hair with curls. Like I think it looks the best. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll show you the finished result at the end. So this is the result. Oh my god, it looks so good. I am really happy with it. I think it looks really good. And so glad I did this finally. I've been wanting to do this for like the last 3 or 4 months, and I've just been like putting it off, but I love it. It looks so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I did want to put a little note at the end here. I am a professional cosmetologist. I'm licensed and I have my salon. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I have a salon, that I work on clients, and so I know what I'm doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, and if you didn't go to cosmetology school, you don't have your license, you're not a professional, please, for the love of God, do not bleach your own hair, okay? Like, this is serious. It could fall out of your head. So please don't bleach your own hair. Go to a professional, talk to a professional, and once this whole you know, self-isolation, quarantine stuff is over, then you can go see a professional. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you could learn something, and I really enjoyed this. This was really fun. So that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my videos. I'm posting 3 videos a week now, so keep an eye out for those. If you hit your post notifications right next to the subscribe button, you will get notified every time I post, so that you can stay up to date and watch all of my videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.